What are you demoing today?
This is a prototype we call TimeCard, which is a piece of technology we're developing here in Cambridge. And what we're interested in from a research point of view is to start thinking about technology in the long term. So at the moment, when you buy a piece of technology, you tend to keep it for 3 or 4 years and then it gets discarded. But what happens when you keep that technology for longer term and maybe you start thinking about, well, how do I pass it on to my offspring, for example? Or what do I do if I get something from my grandfather or my grandmother that's a piece of technology? So this theme we're calling technology heirlooms. Now, part of the process of this of heirlooms is thinking about people who've already passed away and memorializing them. So we're thinking about a product called TimeCard. And TimeCard is basically a system that allows you to create a timeline of someone else's life. To start doing the design work for this project called TimeCard, what we did was first hand draw out some people's lives. So this is the life of my grandfather here, and you can see up at the top is his timeline and his life, and down here at the bottom are general kind of pieces of history that were going on at the time that were kind of setting the context for his life. So the idea with TimeCard is that once somebody's passed away, you can get together things like their digital photos and their analog photos, scan them in, find out about details of their life and build a timeline, with the goal being to have an object in your house that's like a digital photo frame but a little more interactive to show their life. And that's what this object is down here. So by default it's just showing pictures of my grandfather's life. But if I walk up to it and click it, then now I'm seeing the timeline of his life, and I can go forward and backwards through different periods of his life. And you can see all the things here that happened when he was a pilot during the Second World War. So what I can also do here is start turning on some of those, some of these other historical events. So these are things that happened during his lifetime. Some of which, like somewhere in here, is the Battle of Britain, I think, which is probably an effort he actually participated in, and some of which are less likely to be. So the idea here is to look at questions of what does it mean to start using digital content and these kinds of digital objects as a way of reflecting on and thinking about the history of your own ancestors and maybe your own life.